Hello, hello, hello. Thank you for checking in. It's Monday, Motivational Monday, and great to see everyone. I just walked in the door. I raced across town. I had to go all the way from one side to the other, and it took an hour. And I got here just like exactly like. Oops, there's YouTube. I got here exactly at like 5:18. And and then I had to like turn on the computer and get everything logged in. So hello, thank you for checking in. Great to see everybody. Let me say hello to Allura Star and Shocker and Sturgis Guy and Thesis and How's Dave. Oh, excuse me. And Sam and St. Clinton and Eric and Petey and Tim and Ryan and Photo and Philip and Mark Mean and Star Raven and Angie Jonas and Fairies Lover and Lucky Girl and Andrew Yusuf and the Cram and Marcel and Jim Dandy and Bill Knaus and Scott Kimmis and Joe Barney and Red Stapler and John McCain and Terry Sue and Brett and Philip Chandler and Wing Doggy and N1QOV and Joe Barney and Cosmic Joe and St. Clinton and Clinton and Sam and Boot and Swede and I think I got everybody. Let me make sure I didn't miss anyone. Hello. Hello. So I just walked in the door. I had a doctor's appointment in the morning, and that was good. I was getting the follow-up for blood work and bone density and glands, hormones. Everything's good. Everything's good. Everything's very good. So, oh yeah, I don't care. And then I met up with Julia and a director friend of hers from Greece who is just in town, and he was filming a short film. So last minute, I rushed over there after my doctor's appointment, and he's making a little short film while he's here in Hollywood, and he's leaving tonight. So he was just finishing up, so I went over there for the day, and we filmed a little bit of stuff. So doing some sort of experimental short film. So yay! So and then I had to race all the way back across town at rush hour, and I made it. Yeah. So that's my day so far. Yeah, no, I wasn't at the Oscars. I had a nice weekend with Sweetie. We saw, what did we see? I saw a movie. A scare. Well, it's not exactly a scary movie in the same way that like it's not like there's no knives or blood or well, there's a little blood, but it's more like The Shining in that it's kind of like weird and creepy and psychological scary. It's called The Witch, and about these people that have settled like pilgrims kind of time. So it's like set in like people that like they're like pilgrims, and they talk with an English accent, and they're in the middle of nowhere, totally isolated on a field at the edge of a big scary woods. Hi Jay Dellman, thanks for checking in. Great to see you. So it's just this family, and they've got like a daughter and a son and two twins and a baby, and they're trying to eke out an existence, you know, farming things in the middle of nowhere, and it's a little hard. And the daughter is in the field playing peekaboo with the baby. The baby's not old enough to walk yet; he's like 6 months old or something. And she's going peekaboo, 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 and after 3 times, all of a sudden, peekaboo, the baby's gone. Like right, and she's in the middle of a field. Hi Sue. The baby just disappeared, and it's like, and she's in the middle of a field. There's nobody around her. She's totally alone in the middle of a field. So you're like, and she runs into the woods. She's looking around. There's no animals. There's nothing that could have taken the baby in 1 second. So, and they search. The baby is disappeared, and they're freaking out, and they're telling each other, oh, it must have been a wolf, the little kids are saying it's a witch, and they don't believe in that. They're very, very religious. They pray all the time. So the mother's upset and devastated, and they're trying to move on, but the baby's gone, and they can't find it anywhere. And then other weird stuff's happening with the father, and they're starting to get suspicious of each other. They're starting to think maybe the daughter did something. You know, they're starting to get their fear and their suspicions. They're very religious. They're like, is God mad at them? They're starting to think, you know, maybe the daughter's evil, maybe the wife, the husband. Everybody's thinking they did something wrong to make God angry, or they're being cursed, and they're starting to. And so the little boy goes in the woods, and he goes and he's looking for. He's just searching. He's trying to find what happened. He thinks there might be a witch, and all of a sudden he comes into this little cottage in the middle of the woods, and this beautiful, gorgeous, sexy girl, and he's just like 13, and he's never seen a sexy woman like this, and she's like beckoning him to come in, and you see her like go in to kiss him, and that's the last thing. And all of a sudden the little boy, they're back at the farm, they're searching frantically, but you see that her hand is really the witch hand and not a beautiful girl. She's doing like a magic trick, and the family is going upset because now the little boy, the girl and the boy had gone into the woods, and something scared the horse, and so she got thrown to the ground and woke up all alone. No horse, no dog, no brother. So she goes back to the farmhouse. So now the horse, the dog, the gun, the brother are all gone, and the girl comes back. So now they're really thinking that the girl must be doing something. She must be a witch. She must be evil. Maybe she's the one. So they're starting to say we need to get rid of her, and really starting to get very suspicious. And it's kind of like Salem witch trials, where they're starting to like think, you know, this is back in the 1600s. So they're starting to think maybe she's possessed by the devil. They're very superstitious, and then 2 days later, the little boy comes back in the middle of the night, covered with scratches, totally naked, can't speak, having a fever, passes out. He's lying there for 2 days, like with a fever, and his mouth is stuck. He can't speak, and then weird stuff comes out of his mouth, and then he says something about, you know, play Jesus and heaven, and then he collapses dead. And everyone's looking at the daughter. And it's just, and the two little twins, and she thinks it's the two little kids, and there's a possessed goat, and it's crazy. So it's, anyhow, I'm not to tell you the whole thing, but it's, part of it is the psychological aspect, the superstitions and all that, how they start to turn on each other and start to think, each of them starts to think that, like, somebody else, and there's a possessed goat. It's, and you don't know, like, and then, so, pretty much everybody ends up dead, and there is a witch. And, Tisa says, oh, good. I did not even watch the Emmys. Tisa says the movie I saw, Son of Saul, won an Oscar for Best Foreign Film. But anyhow, this was a very small film, and hi, N1QV, thank you. Oh, I did put some pictures up for the weekend. I have more pictures I have to put up from the gift suite last week. Yeah, but so we saw, another cheery movie. Last week, Sweetie and I watched the movie about, the really good movie, but the movie in the concentration camp. And now we watch this scary movie where everybody, but they're good movies. They're just really weird, small films. Thank you, Sturgis Guy. So, and Sam says, sounds like mumbo jumbo. No, so well, it's meant to be like a more sophisticated, grown-up horror movie, because part of this horror movie is the way the people turn on each other, and part of how there really is a witch in this story, but in a lot of other stories, similar stories, there is no, you don't know if it's like in The Shining with Jack Nicholson. Are they really being haunted, or is he just going crazy? You don't know what's really happening. So there's the psychological, the scary part of people. Like, they could have done this movie without a witch, and it could have just been these people, their suspicion, and they end up turning on each other, and it just escalates, like the Salem witch trials and stuff. Marcel says, and the women get crazy as usual. Yeah. So, but yeah, so it was really good, very well done, and we had delicious dinner and a wonderful weekend. So I feel happy. Had a nice time, and a busy, very busy weekend. And so how's everybody doing? Marcel, no, Marcel, not yet. How's everybody doing? Are you guys good? So I just. Oh, and I went to the doctor today, and I told you I got all the rest of the test results back, and everything's good. I have nothing wrong with me, except psychologically. Nothing physically wrong with me. It's all in my head. Oh, I haven't checked the eye doctor. That's one thing I have to do, Laura. I do have to get, because I think I need a new and a stronger prescription. Marcel says my only flaw is that I'm female. Yeah, Marcel, you should try living in a world without women. Tell me how that works out. Try. And let's see what you say. Marcel says, I'm enjoying the silence. Well, Sweetie said the same thing this weekend. It was like, will you stop talking? We had a lot of fun. So yeah. And we just shot this weird thing with Julia. So I'm feeling good and happy. So sorry about being late. How was everybody else's weekend? Marcel says, stop talking. Stop talking. But it's a talk show. And I have been running around all day. I haven't even eaten yet today. I'm starving. I'm tired. I've been running. I know. I'm really, really hungry. I made Sweetie his favorite meal of the weekend. I made my healthy pizzas, my healthy version of the pizzas, and some baked vegetables and baked sweet potato fries, kind of. David Jones says, stay silent and be perceived as ignorant. Speak and remove all doubt. Oh. Oh. Sam, I hope you're feeling better. Philip Chandler, I hope you're feeling good. Special shout outs to Terry Sue and your mother, saying prayers for your mother's continued improvement. And it is nice. It's a pretty nice, warm, beautiful weekend here in California. There's like somebody running their motor outside. So, yeah. And I even went to a little gift suite on Saturday, and I've just been, I feel good. And see, Linda says it was in the 50s in Maine today. Well, that's pretty warm for Maine. It's warmed up. Sturgis says it was 68. Whoa! 68 degrees in Sturgis, South Dakota, where Sturgis is, and they consider that summertime there. And 68 degrees in Sturgis, you go out in your sandals and your shorts and your bathing suit and sit outside on a lawn chair, scrape off a little bit of snow. You watch the snow melt in your bathing suit. Wait, what? Sturgis guy says it was 68 degrees on Saturday, and now today on Monday, it's 14. What the hell? How can it go from 68 to a day later being 14? How? What? That is just not fair. That was like a big giant tease. Hey, Sturgis, remember warm weather? Remember summer? Ha! Psych! Winter is still here. Mother Nature is just playing games with you, Sturgis guy. Just teasing you with a little taste of summertime. And hello, Sue. How have you been? I hope you're doing good. And when Q will be, so far this week, and when Q will be, so far so good. But I have later tonight. I will post pictures from the event last week. I look pretty good. I think I looked good that day because everywhere I went, strangers were like, "Hey, can I get your number?" I was like, "What happened?" Hey, hello. Thank you, Wing Doggy. Yeah, no, I don't know if that ever works. Through the course of my life, I've had many strangers randomly ask, "Hey, can I get your number?" I'm wondering, in history, has that ever happened? If you walk up to a random stranger and say, "Hey, can I get your number?" Does anyone ever actually give you their number? As far as I know, that has never happened with any girl anywhere. Sue says, yeah. Wait, Sue says she always gives her number. Sue says when she's drinking, she gives her number up. When she's drinking, she's there, "Hey, here's my number. Call me. Call me." Sue says, no, she gets their number. Wing Doggy says, yes, it happened to him once. His first wife in 1967. All right, I was just curious. I was curious if anyone is ever successful because I've never seen that happen. Sue says, when the guy asked me if I gave them my number, but she always gives one number wrong. Oh! Sue gives a fake number because she doesn't want to hurt the feelings or have a confrontational event with the random stranger asking for her number. So instead, she gives a fake number. So later they'll find out, Oh, she dissed me. But see, Sue, I don't have time. Me, when they say, I usually say, I'm sorry, I'm involved. I don't give my number out. But there's been a couple times when people have annoyed me and they came up and they're like, hey, give me your number. And I'm like, no. And they're like, why not? I'm like, because I don't want to. There's a couple times where I just flat out said, no, I don't want to. But usually I say, no, I'm sorry, I'm involved. That wouldn't be appropriate. Well, sometimes I guess I just feel like being mean or blunt. Not mean, but blunt. And I'll get real honest. I just don't want to. Who are you? You're a stranger. You're a stranger coming yelling at me through your car window on the street while you're driving. No. What are you, crazy? Hey, baby, can I get your number? No. Don't yell at me off the street on your car. Sue says she has to give a fake number because it's the only way she can make them stop harassing her. Because they just won't take no for an answer. Well, that's what happens when you're so adorable, Sue. I just want to pick her up and take her home. So, yeah, so that's it. Oh my goodness, it's 5:47. Anyhow, I need to eat. I've not eaten a thing all day. And I'm gonna pass out. Yeah. Oh, and today is a magic day. A magic day. It is a leap year. Only once every 4 years do we have a February 29th. This is the extra day. So, happy leap year. Everybody go play a lottery ticket. So, all right, kisses for everybody. Let me say goodbye to everybody. Allura Star and Shocker and Sturgis Guy. What's that? Okay. There's people in the trash. Allura Star and Shocker and Sturgis Guy and Tisas and House Dave and Sam and St. Clinton and Eric and Petey and Tim and Ryan and Photo and Philip and Mark Mean and Starvaven and Angie Jonas and Fairy's Lover and Lucky Girl and Angie Tomlinson and Sue and Andrew Yusuf and the Creme and Marcel and Jim Dandy and Sturgis Guy and Bill Knaus and Scott Kimmis and Wing Doggy and Philip Chandler and Jay Dahlman and N1 QOV and Sam and Joe Barney and Red Stapler and John McCain and Terry Sue and Brett and Cosmic Joe and Wing Doggy and Boot and Swede. Thank you so much for checking in. You guys are awesome. I will be back tomorrow, Tasty Tuesday. Kisses for everybody. I love you. I love you. Bye.